Wait. Let me just fix the screen. Why are you playing games? You must really not want me to be in this recording.
But anyway, as you guys can see, I have the lovely, beautiful, and talented young queen, who happens to be a member of my family, okay? And also a student at FIU who's almost done in pursuing her master's. So with that being said, today we have Tabetha Augustin. She happened to carry my last name, so just waiting right now. So Tabetha, welcome aboard.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hi guys.
So
Hi guys.
So to all you guys don't know, we are related. That's my little sister, okay? And she's on there because she had no choice. So with that being said, we're gonna get straight into it. Tabetha Augustin. So question for you. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Okay. Well, as you guys know, my name is Tabetha Augustin. I am a 22-year-old female, Haitian at that. I am a full-time student, currently pursuing my bachelor's and my master's at the same time. I like to be active in school. What else I can say about me? Yeah, I'm the baby of the family. Right. And yeah, yes.
The favorite of the family, should we say?
Teacher.
All right, favorite, yeah. And the most hated by the oldest.
Not the most hated.
You don't like you.
You know how they say haters are my motivators. That's what we're doing.
Ooh, get that from me, didn't you?
Stop, please.
Get that from me.
But yeah, that's a little bit about me for now.
Right. So as we all know, tomorrow is a huge day for the Haitian community. Okay. It's May 18th. Okay. Did you know that?
Yes, I did know that. How could I miss that?
Listen to that right now. Okay. So you're welcome. So I just saved the Haitian card. So like on a serious note, for real, tomorrow's May 18th. And it's a huge day for many Haitians, and eventually it became a huge day for many other people as well. So May 18th, before we get into all that, what about you that make you embrace your culture? What do you like the most about your culture?
Oh, okay. I can say the unity. Once we really want it, I can say the unity definitely, and the resilience and perseverance that we have. I feel like Haitians, like my culture, the Haitian culture, we don't just stop there. We're always fighting, working, regardless if we have it or not. We're always hustling. When I tell you hustling, we are hustling until we make it. So that's definitely what I like about my culture.
No, that's right on. That's right on. And I couldn't agree more with what you just said, because for many people I ask, hey, what do you like about the Haitian culture? Okay. And so if you're watching right now, one thing you might admire about being where you're from, being liking your origin, understanding your background, of course, and coming into an adulthood, into understanding who you are and what made you who you are. You have to go back into your like deep into your background and figure out. People say sometimes follow the money, and for us, I said follow your origin and your background, and then eventually you can find out what makes you you, and then where that might take you in your future. So I think resiliency is one thing that I could definitely say we have so much of. And we could probably come from the poorest place on the on the center of the earth, but that pride that we have is to know that we always have another day, another chance to do something great. It's amazing.
And I wouldn't say Haiti is poor. I mean, even though the way things are right now, I feel like Haiti, the country itself, is a rich country, right? Regardless of how it may look right now. I feel like it's a very rich country.
Okay. Good thing you won that. Rich in how? Rich in how? How? What aspect?
Resources.
Speak up. Come
Resources
on, that's
and
up.
resources in the land itself. Yeah, resources, the land. Let me figure out what else I can say. Mm, the language.
Okay.
The language, the music, come on, the food, you can't, stuff like that, you just cannot miss. And the history itself is rich. Listen, it's rich. That's all I got to say. But those are why.
So
Rich.
you kind of got into everything I want to talk about. So with that being said, you said food, you said the music, the culture, pretty much, and then
The
the history.
language.
So before I get into the history, the good parts, what I want to get to really, let's talk about the food. Okay, like what about the food?
It's amazing. Listen, our rice is very diverse. Like, what Caribbean island, got all this? You got D John John, you got D Kwale. What else you got? D, help me out. I don't even know all of them myself,
You call
but
it
I know
Congo, like
all of that.
all of
There's
that.
a lot of rice. I cannot name all of them, which is a shame. But there's so many rice out there. You have legume, you have chicken, you have turkey, you have
You get the
I
grill,
don't
the
the
grill,
grill. Come on, you can't miss out on these things. You
the
really
pickle.
can't. That's what makes the culture so good. The Peekleys can't. If the Peekleys, oh, side note, if the Peekleys is not making your nose water, throw it away. Throw it away. Throw it away.
That's not the
Yes, throw
point.
it away.
That's not the
Yeah,
point.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. No, but the food is really, really good. It's best Caribbean food. There's nothing topping it. That's how I feel.
What about the music? Like compare the music that you lived in the U.S. of course,
Yes.
most of your life, but you also indulge in some Haitian music. Maybe
Yeah.
do you indulge in Haitian music more or American music more?
Both. But recently, I haven't really been understanding the music that's been coming out. So lately, I have been listening to compa a lot, heavy compa, and I feel like that has definitely helped my compa skills. So that's just that. But then growing up in church, all you do is listen to it's everything is in Creole. So you're listening to Haitian adoration,
Oh,
Haitian worship.
church. You grew up in what domination of church?
Well, I guess our church was what, Pankotis. I
Yeah,
I, I want to say Pankotis. I don't really know. I
it
think it
was.
was Pankotis,
It was
maybe. Yeah,
Pentecostal.
it was Pankotis.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
okay, now church. Now I'm gonna get deeper into this. Okay. You mentioned church, right? Did you always grow up in church?
Yes,
Yes.
yes, I did. Yes, I did. I was probably born in church, still in church, out of church, but yes, I was raised in church.
Okay. And the teaching that you've gotten from church, when you compare that to your to the background of the history that we grew up on, like what do you how would you correlate religion? Would you consider voodoo a religion just
Ooh,
as the same as Pentecostalism?
ooh, I I don't know. I cannot tell you. I do not mess with Satan, so I don't know. But but I mean, for the people who practice it faithfully and religiously, so you can say that. So yeah, if you practice it religiously, I mean, if it's become your religion, okay. But I'm not big on stuff like that, topics like that, so I don't know. But but yeah, I don't know. No idea. What do you think?
For me, uh,
You see, it's like a tough.
it's a touchy subject only because like I said you only know you only know good and bad when you see good and bad. So if
Yeah,
you grew up knowing bad, then when you look at bad, you may not think bad as being bad.
yeah,
When you see good, you start to differentiate the two. So not to say that voodoo is a bad thing.
Yeah.
Personally, of course, I don't do voodoo.
Is
So
me too.
people have the perception that every Haitian does voodoo.
Oh,
Um, and as a Haitian descendant, a Haitian man, growing up, I mean, raising a family in America, of course, I don't do voodoo personally, but I do know some Haitian that maybe that may be
yeah,
watching that, and not only Haitian as well, majority of other cultures as well, and
definitely.
and things.
You
So
know, just to piggyback, I grew up, I guess you could say, like you said, as Haitians being the only people to do voodoo, people would be scared, this, and that. But it's like you have to understand, voodoo was always here before us. So it's like that's just that. But I also want to say another thing. You know who do it? Who you know who do it a lot? These Moon Blanc. White people do it a lot. Like it is all in Disney. I don't know who need to hear this. It is
it's
all in
coming for
Disney.
you guys, yo.
But listen, no, I'm just saying, like, it is all in Disney. Think about it. They do it so much. Not even that.
Disney
Um,
Channel,
what you said?
Disney the company, Disney, Walt
Walt
Disney.
Disney, what anything Disney, them
Yeah,
people do it. Them people
yeah,
do it. Not John. No, but listen, if you look today, voodoo is very big, especially on TikTok. Like depending on how your algorithm is fixed and set, voodoo is very big. People are just doing it like because it's good. Some people think it's good, some people think it's bad. Me, I just don't do it, so I don't know what I think it is. But it's very big and people are practicing it and they're more open with it now, so it's like okay. But yeah.
gotcha. So look, we're not gonna stay in that subject because
Oh yeah.
Haitian is more than just one thing.
Voodoo.
Oh, is that
Yes.
it's more than just the perception that someone who may not understand the culture, the first thing they know is, oh, voodoo. You do voodoo. No, that's not the first thing that as a human being you should think of another culture. Okay,
Yeah.
so if that's the thing you all know, maybe you gotta do your homework and figure out what you want to know about someone else's culture. You have other friends from different
Yeah.
backgrounds. Where are they from? If you like your closest five friends, where are they from?
Haiti.
Haiti.
Haiti. I do have an Indian friend, but I'm
Okay.
not sure where she's from. But yeah, all of them are from Haiti or here in Orlando, Florida.
Okay. So you
Florida. Let's just say
mentioned
Florida. Yeah.
Indian, you mentioned American, and you also mentioned Haitian as well. So three backgrounds. So right now
Yes.
you just touch touch a huge, because Indians are in the millions, of course, and it's a huge population.
Yeah.
American of course is a huge population, and Haitian is not as huge, but in certain places, as far as South America or Florida's, the New York, of course, certain places, of course, these are the masses of Haitian that travel to that area, of course. So my thing
Mhm.
is, you have an Indian friend. What do you know about your Indian friend that you embrace her for the most?
Oh, I could say the music. The music and how close they are as a family. They are definitely family oriented. It's amazing. When I remember when I first met her or her side of the family, it I was like, wow, I did not know you guys were this close or embrace family. And then the music that they listen to, it's very diverse. So it's like, but it's amazing. That's one thing I like about theirs, the music.
What about your American friend?
The American friends, no wait, let me I'm not bashing them, nah. But I mean, I just like the sense of I love my American friends. Oh my god, I don't want to think I hate them, but I'm trying to figure out what I would like from them. I'm not really sure. I don't know. I think
Yeah.
there's a lot because I mean I've adapted into it. So it's like, okay, I don't know. I don't know.
So you don't know what you like about your American friend? Is it the food? You don't like McDonald's?
Don't do that. Don't do that. Ain't nothing wrong with McDonald's. That McChicken has saved plenty of lives out here.
Hey, no Mexican for me, mama. None. In this house.
Don't you can't go. Well, that's all I eat: McChicken and fries. Ooh, and the nuggets.
Not
Stop,
even
stop playing.
BK in this belly.
We don't do beef from them, but we definitely do chicken. But okay, I guess I don't know. Okay, I don't know. Don't know.
All right. So let's take it back a little bit again. May 18th tomorrow, right? So
Yes.
we talk about the history, of course. Okay, what else is in the history of the Haitian culture that some people may not know about? You already mentioned resiliency, okay, and we also mentioned the religion as far as Pentecostal,
Yeah.
and just to let you guys know, the Catholic is the number one religion I would say in the entire world, if I'm not mistaken, in the entire world.
I
So
have no
Catholic
idea.
or as a huge number of believers, and from there I'm not sure if it's Pentecostal, but or maybe Baptist. So whichever one of those fell out, I'm sure it falls after Catholics. We also mentioned voodoo as well as one thing, but one thing that I can say about my culture that I love the most is the battles that we continue to fight even
Mm,
200 plus years
mm.
after our independence, of course. We gained our independence in what year?
1804.
1804. What month?
January
Yeah.
1st.
March, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
January
Do
1st.
that.
What do
Mm-hmm.
we do in January 1st?
We eat some soup jumu, also known as pumpkin soup.
Pumpkin soup. Why do we do that?
I'm really not, honestly, I do not know.
It's a huge celebration. It's a huge celebration for all the for
Oh, well,
all
I love celebration. I'm talking about like why we eat the actual soup, like why they chose that. I have no idea.
as far as that's the thing we definitely have to get into. So if anyone know the reason why we Haitian eat pumpkin soup for January 1st, please let us know in the comments
Yeah.
below, and then we'll put that for a different topic. But
Yeah.
pumpkin soup is one thing that we love. So it comes in certain people making it different. Certain people from different regions of the country make it in different ways. So it's
Yeah.
never the same. But nonetheless, wherever you get it from, you're still gonna love it.
Oh, yeah.
You're still gonna love it. It's rich of vegetables. I can tell you that. Lots, and lots of vegetables.
Protein
It takes a lot of time to
to
prepare
cook.
and cook such meal. So, and we also love chocolate.
Oh, wait, don't forget. Oh, just about to say that. You already beat me to
Yeah.
it.
Yes, the chocolate. We also love.
Chocolate with Haitian bread.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Talking about a
Maybe.
cheat day. That's if you're working out and then
No.
you're cheating out of your meal plan.
Well,
Literally.
for me, after like I think after a day or two, I cannot eat no more soup jumeau, but I could definitely drink the chocolat.
Right,
A
right.
day or two, and
So, all right. So we also mentioned, like I said, the culture and history. Um, what inspire you the most as far as being a Haitian, being a Haitian woman in America?
oh, okay. What inspires me the most is that okay, so you don't really see that many Haitians in on TV. And if you do see them, you don't off most of the time you don't know they're Haitian or they're Haitian in their mix, which is okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But that's one of the things I can say that inspires me the most because you don't see most of us on screen or like known around the world.
Mhm.
So I think what inspires me the most is to make myself known as a Haitian woman. Like, hey, I'm here. Like, I'm Haitian. Like, I am dominating this field. I'm Haitian. I'm a doctor. I'm a lawyer. The typical. I'm a Haitian. I'm a doctor. I'm a lawyer. I'm an actor. I'm a singer. I'm a dancer. I'm an influencer. Like, I am that, and I am first of many of other Haitian girls that are yet to come before me or after me. It doesn't matter. It's just the rooms that I know that Haitian women will be placed in, and it just makes me work harder to make sure that I'm one of those people.
So, do you feel like you could be the one in your family to spotlight or champion that all that environment you just mentioned about?
Yeah, definitely. Yes. I'm hard work. I'm very determined. I get told that a lot too. I'm seriously very determined. So I definitely feel like I can do that.
Okay, and you also to your point, I think you definitely on your way to become that, and I think you have all the tools and support around you to make sure that happen. And if not, then Mabzoklo. Um, so, but you also mentioned something I want to talk about. You said certain figures in TV or in the media doesn't they may be Haitian, but doesn't that they don't present themselves to be such. Why
Yes.
so?
I'm not, honestly, I don't know. I just, it's probably because we don't, it's probably because you see more African Americans, you see Jamaican, or you see other Caribbean islands, you just don't ever see Haitian. Like even in like some of the problem is with some of the movies and shows that are coming out now, they'll cast another nationality except Haitian. And it's like, but why didn't you find, there's plenty of Haitians that could have did it. So it's like, you just don't really ever know until you do your research, or until themselves, they come out and say, hey, I'm Haitian. I can never know why, honestly.
Gotcha. Um, Now, growing up, did you ever put out that you were Haitian, or did you kind of step back saying, you know what, I'm gonna hold back from it a little bit?
Okay, growing up, yes, it played on my identity, because the whole I hate Haitians, Haitians eat this, that whole stick, whatever they had going on. But I guess growing up, I think middle school, high school, as I'm developing, finding my identity and stuff, definitely embraced it. And that's when I took full advantage of being Haitian, because I was becoming more surrounded by people who are like me and who embrace their culture too, and we would shout on the top of our lungs that we are Haitian, we are not embarrassed and stuff like that. So yeah.
Right on. And just to add to your point, I think I was the same way as well. Well, now I think I know I was the same way as well. I came in the
Mhm.
state what in 2000, yeah, 2000 of course, maybe one, if I'm mistaken, maybe 2001, maybe. And I came here maybe a day after my brother's birthday, Jude, of course. And uh so long story short, of course, like you said, being Haitian was not the thing you wanted to be
Yeah.
known, only because only because of the stigma that that
Yes.
derive with such culture that you get from from non-Haitian members, of course. So you kind of you wanted to hide who you are only because you didn't want to be put in a box or be an outcast, um because you weren't accepted. So I would say for definitely maybe a few years or so, I've hide who I was, and it's not it was so tough to do it because again, people said all Haitians have the mark somewhere on your arm, all that stuff, whatever it is, or you have a big nose,
Yeah.
or you sound Haitian, you look Haitian, you dress Haitian. So if I did physically appear to be Haitian, mentally for me, I didn't want to be Haitian because of the stigma that came with it, and many other people as well. I believe in nowadays, or maybe in the past, who are still going through such motion where their culture, who they are, they don't feel like it's enough for them to give into the world, for them to be accepted by those that are around them. So, and how did you go through that? How did you overcome that?
Oh, I can say it's the school and the community I live in. Like I said, it's the celebration of Flag Day when we celebrated stuff like that that really made me embrace my culture. And then when you grow up, you get over things. Like I'm saying, it's all about like identity. It's like there's nothing I can do that can erase me from being Haitian. Nothing. So it's like I'm gonna embrace it, I'm gonna love it, and I'm gonna share it. And I feel like it's being done in a tremendous way now. People are sharing that they're Haitian, sharing the culture with others and stuff. And I think it's amazing. And then it's like everybody want to be Haitian now. And I don't care what you say. I don't care what you say. At one point in the time in your life, you wanted to be Haitian. And it's okay. Yep.
True, that's true, and and I'm glad you mentioned that as well because for me the only thing I did to make me accept who I was is just not giving a care what other people think about you or not, whether you like me or not. Like I'm
Exactly.
still gonna breathe, I'm still gonna live, I'm still gonna eat, I'm still gonna walk, I'm still gonna clothes, shower, I have a house, car, or go to work. Like life continues.
Come on.
Like
You know?
life continues,
Yes.
and this
Yes.
may be on a topic of being Haitian, but there's so much that we as different cultures, whether you're Indian or like you said American, even Spanish background, of course, there's stuff that we even go through that we put ourselves in, and certain those stuff it's just because it's we just allow ourselves to be put in that box. So certain things that we find ourselves to be in is not because of others. Like me accepting who I not accepting who I was, It's not because of others. It's just me not fully growing up to understand the power that I held, the power that I had. You know what I'm saying? And that culture that you said is rich. And I said poor in the beginning because as far as the economics, of course, is not best.
Yeah.
The culture is rich.
Rich.
The land
Mhm.
is rich. So whether you're Haitian or not, your land is rich for whatever you believe it has that could bring it to the face of this world, and let it be known that wherever you're from, rich or poor, um, you matters. As a Haitian female, you matters, and I'm glad that you have accepted yourself for who you are, for all your background, for all your flaws, for all the dirtiness, for all the great that
Mhm.
all mixed in. At the end of the day, that's what makes you you. At the end of the day, is there anything that you want to say to anyone who may be Haitian as well, and anyone who's not Haitian as well? What's your message for them?
Okay, embrace it. Embrace it. I feel like Haitians are some of one of the most powerful people country in the world. I feel like, yeah, the country may say they're not looking at us. Everywhere is looking at us. The entire world is looking at us, whether you want to believe it or not. If it's not for our music, the food, our medicine, for what we believe in, how we fight, they're all looking at us. Because why? We were the first. And I think we will always remain the first. So embrace it, share it, love it, and continue to live on and fight for it. Now, for someone else who is not Haitian, I would say try to learn about the culture, because the culture does have a lot to bring and to give, and to embrace those who are Haitian, to shed more light on them. So if you see a Haitian, no Haitian, I guess you could say, put them on. If they are, we are already on, not that we need to be put on, but put them on. Name your friends in rooms they're not even in, mention their names and stuff like that. So yeah.
Gotcha. Like she said, guys, just go out there and do your own research.
Yep.
If there's something that you don't understand about someone that you may feel like you hate the person or you like the person, but you want to indulge more in their culture, whether you're Haitian or not,
Yeah.
learn about their culture. Okay. I've taken the time to learn about taking time to listen to some Spanish music, of course, and sometimes I find myself in the car with my family just driving, and then somehow the radio turn up on some Spanish station, like I listen to Spanish music, of course, like I speak it better yet. I don't even speak it. So yeah, just give yourself some time to learn all the cultures that are around you. Not all of them, but just those that are around you, that you live next to, that you go to school with, you sit with, you work with.
Yeah.
Learn about them and figure out why they are such being, why they do what they do, why they do things this way. And there's so much that you be surprised that you love about them more than you hate about them. So if
Oh
anything,
yes.
so
And
let's
it's, oh, I just want to say, if anything, if we were wrong or like we missed something in this like time that we were in, I think you should feel free to like comment down below and let us know. You can correct us. Don't belittle us, but you can definitely correct us.
Well, she said it, guys. So thank for your time for watching our first, very, very first podcast. Of course,
Mhm.
for May 18, of course. You could find us on YouTube at Augmentation Motivation. Of course, it's gonna be in a tagline below. With that being said, Tabetha, where can they find you?
Oh, you guys can definitely find me on Instagram and Twitter at TABEAUGU, and in Snapchat it's only Taboo with two O's.
Period, honey.
Yes.
All right, guys, do you have it? Could kick it off for our first podcast, first episode. Many more to come, so stick around. Subscribe, share this information, and knowledge is power. So, with that being said, the movement has begun.
Yes.
Peace.
Bye.
Yo, that was good.